Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Walk the DogCast with Matt Mullins, episode number 14.
We're getting good, bro. 14? Dang. People
Lucky
could
number
really go
14.
out there and listen to our opinions, bro.
That DJ Metcalf, 14, or
Bro, he gone.
he said he wanted to be traded somewhere warm with a
And
good
he didn't
quarterback, and they sent him to Pittsburgh.
with no quarterback. And it's cold.
The team is good, but the Pittsburgh they don't have a quarterback and it's cold.
They just traded Kenny Pickett too. So something's gonna happen.
Well, Kenny Pickett came from the Eagles to my Browns. I'm not so happy
Oh,
about that.
that's right. That's right. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good day
Oh.
yesterday with the
A lo-
football and
yeah, there's been a lot of football moves. Obviously, I have been paying attention because I want to pick a good defense this year. I kind of feel like to be successful in our league, we got to have a decent defense. I got lucky year one with the Cowboys, 36 points week one.
here's I don't think that there's any science to defense. I don't want defense in the league. Um, it's pure luck to me because of
It's not luck.
the special team aspects is added in. It's not defense, right?
I
So
like
if you
it.
get a special teams touchdown, um, or a pick six, but pick six goes with the defense. I would like it to be without special teams and definitely no kickers.
I
It's just
love
random.
kickers.
I mean, all of fantasy football is random, but the kickers are just it's just complete luck.
Bro, I spend half the year studying kickers. Okay. And I'm not ashamed of that at all
Because there's nothing to
because,
study.
well, there's tons to study, my friend. How many 50s have they hit in the past? How many have they missed? What is their percentage when it's snowing? What is their percentage when it's raining in the wind? I love it.
It all comes down to me, though. Just did they get stopped and they're going for a field goal or not? You don't know which game they're going to have two attempts, which game they're
That's
going to have
fair.
six attempts.
That's fair. Last year I picked up Jake Moody, which 2 years ago, you would have had to kill somebody to pick up Jake Moody on the free agent list, but bro missed seven in a row, hurt himself, went on IR. I picked him up during IR. He came back, missed four in a row. I dropped him. He didn't miss the rest of the year. So let's
Yeah,
go.
something happened there. Fix his
Yes,
back. I don't know.
I don't know. I love football. I'm excited. I'm ready for it. I love seeing all the moves. Metcalf out of Seattle. I'm excited. Screw Seattle, but we love George.
Now, for the big what you guys are here for, out of the football talk, I know.
Oh yeah, I don't know
Um,
how we got there. My bad.
we don't have a blind five today. Is
Okay.
Fox still sponsoring? He got his BAP.
Yeah, he
He
got
just
his
needs one.
BAP. Uh, we're still looking for 117. Yeah, Fox has still got our back. I mean, Sam don't even need us, bro. But we can talk about that down the road.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it right now. Sam acquired the gemstones, the Kaleidoscope collection, minus like two, right?
Yeah,
He acquired all of the five that he was looking for within like 48 hours.
yeah. B18, B22, Warthog. I don't remember the. Dang, I don't remember the other two.
Loadout, and
Loadout.
I don't
I
know.
don't remember. I don't
But
remember, but I know that. Oh, Afterlife is what it was.
hmm,
I know that we looked for Rich, though, a couple of those. Those are very difficult to find, so I can't imagine what he put out for those. Those are great.
but
Excited for him. He don't need us.
I think he might need a custom display here pretty soon. Um, one of every G2 model. Now he's working on the Nebula, Interstellar, maybe just Nebula, Reverse Rainbow Road, and now maybe Kaleidoscopes.
Let me tell you, I had such a good time on our community spotlight video. And you get a feeling from someone on Discord, but when you talk to them for the first time and you connect like that, you just know like, oh,
Is
we're meant to be friends.
And it's nice, like Sam has a good it's not quite sarcasm, but
Mm-mm.
um that you might be missing through the Discord text, right?
Yeah.
But then when you
Yeah.
meet him in person, you know what he's trying to say
Oh, I love him.
or
I'm
the
very
way he's
thankful
saying
for his
it.
friendship. He's a good dude.
Yeah. But anyways, Fox is sponsoring today's new segment. It's not a new segment, it's just what I thought of today instead of a blind five. And
All
this
right.
is we're gonna fill an FOV6. What's your six pack? Your perfect six pack.
Uh,
And we'll go back
okay.
and forth. I can fill one in while you're filling one in.
Okay.
You want me to go first since I sprung that on you?
Yeah, you go first.
I mean, I sprung that on myself 6 minutes ago, but
I mean, before you even start, I think it's fair to admit that we're gonna omit yo-yos that we love right off the bat. We only get six.
no, they're going, if you love it, it needs to go in.
Well,
Like
I
you could
have
have
more.
six mongooses.
No, I'm not doing that.
This is your perfect six pack. Not so let's categorize this. This is for my personal playing. This is not I'm going to give it to somebody as the perfect variety six pack.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see
This
what you're
is this is
saying.
my six pack if I'm going on a trip
To a contest or something.
for whatever a month.
Okay.
And it's not a trip I'm going for work to
Okay.
a contest to sell yo-yos. This is my delightful to play six pack, I guess.
All right. Perfect. You
Um,
go.
so the first one I'm going to take right off the rip might surprise people, but I do like some responsive play, and I'm going to take a tie respawn.
Okay. That's fantastic. I love that. I haven't got to throw a TI spawn. I mean, they look beautiful though. I know that I love Rich carries his every day. So I like that you'd put yours in there, put one in there. Do I go next or are you going to
Yeah, go
just
ahead. Give me your number one. And it doesn't
AL7
have to be in order. You're
Mongoose?
just filling out a six pack.
Well, I guess I'll go AL7 Mongoose to start.
Okay. Well, any colorway you picking, or it just doesn't matter?
I'll take my Freedom Swirl.
Okay. Good pick.
It's
AL7 right
getting,
off the rip. Something special about the AL7, or you're going to go right down the geese?
I'm not going to go down with geese
So what? Why are we picking AL7? Because of the swirl, or because of the AL7?
because it's AL7.
Okay. And you like a little heft on her?
I like a little heft on her, but I also like the six.
All
So I wonder if that will be a pick down the road.
right. I'm taking a T52. It has to. It's
That's fair.
so I've got tie respawn T52.
I'm taking Goose SS.
Prototype one, because prototype two is going to be different, and then we have no idea for production.
Oh, guys, it's coming.
Okay. I'm probably gonna take something soft, and it's gonna be the Slate prototype. So we're in the prototype realm. I'm sorry to everybody out there that might not be having access to these, but I love the
They're
Slate.
coming.
Um, I do have, I'm tweaking it a little bit. We'll see what version two feels like, but I like version one enough that it's going in my six pack right now, which it's just organic, a little bit smaller than the Life. I don't really have a perfect way to describe where it's at in the G2 lineup. It's kind of like between where the Grail and Life were, maybe a little softer. Um, but I like the Slate, so that's my
The
three.
life is fantastic. One of my favorite G2s. I'm excited about the grill. Number three, I'm going. Well, this is hard. Whew, this is hard. Number three, I'm going loadout.
Hmm. Okay.
I feel like the loadout is the most versatile yo-yo that I've ever played.
Hmm.
So I want to have it in there.
I don't think it's going to make my pick six, but it would be more likely to be picked for my solo.
Well, I'm
Like if
trying to
I could only
think.
pick one, it might be the loadout.
I'm trying to think. I've picked two organics. I'm going to want something different to play, and I think
Hmm.
that loadout is going to
GMO modified and
yep,
extra gluten.
because my other picks are going to be a little different.
All right. Um, I'm gonna go with the Druid in my four hole.
That's shocking.
Sometimes I want to hit some finger spins, you know?
Okay, that's fair. I can't wait to try it. If you're already putting it in your top, your top six, I can't wait to
In the
try
case
it.
I'm taking, yeah, Drew is really, really good.
Okay, perfect. Love that. No surprise. That's all you do is
Hmm.
piss excellence. I am taking my Christmas present from Dabs a lot. My Council plasma berries.
Oh, see, now we're gonna run into issues. I'm through four. That wasn't in my six, and it probably should be. Oh, okay.
Fantastic yo-yo.
I
And I'm on the box.
It's been a long time since we had the council release, so it kind of gets forgotten about. Um, Great yo-yo. Oh shoot, dude. Because now I'm down to two slots, and I probably have four yo-yos for these last two slots. Um, so we got the tie respawn. What else do I got in there? I got the Druid. I got the Slate. What was my second pick?
That what the slate was, I think.
We're missing one
Thought it
more.
was.
So I went Druid, Slate.
We should have wrote this down.
Well, I just thought I'd be able to easily remember. Um,
No, it's difficult because I
am I
told
picking
you
my
out of the.
fourth or fifth?
I think you're. Damn, I think you're picking your fifth.
Respawn, Slate, um,
I
Druid,
I just picked four. So
T52. It was just because we didn't talk about it. It was
T52.
just the instant T52. Everybody knows why.
Well, you know why? I mean, yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. Um, so now I have some hard decisions to make, especially
Right.
since you threw the council in there. We're going into these final two. Um, mm, do I want something small, little nitty? I'm gonna toss the grunt in there. I'm taking a grunt.
Okay. I
So
am
while you're
taking.
thinking, I'm recapping. I've got Respawn, T52, Grunt, Slate, Druid. One slot left.
Okay, I've got two slots left.
Hmm.
Or next to last slot, I'm gonna save the best for last. My next spot, berries and cream, life, not berries and
Okay.
cream life, Caribbean sea life.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm surprised you're going anything not blue. Um,
Yeah.
Besides if you have blue. Okay, last slot. Oh, it's a. I'm gonna go with. Should I tell you all three that I'm deciding between?
Yeah, you probably should because I'm having a couple problems. I'm having
So
problems with a couple
for
of
the
mine.
last slot, I'm thinking between the Tiss Banshee, taking a council, or AL7 Arbiter XSS, which has always been just
Um,
one of my favorites. Um,
So, yeah, I know it's been one of your favorites. I know it has.
so that's where we're at. We're between those three for my last slot and just trying to think versus what's in there. Um, as much as I want that Tiss, just it is just pure sleek performance. I love that yo-yo. We're not going to take that one just because we have the T52, and I didn't pick a colorway, so I could,
You can
you
get
know,
whatever colorway.
right.
Your G2 Jackalicious, you can pick it
And
up out of the
the
carton.
council could definitely go, but I think I'm going to end up landing on the Arbiter X AL7 SS
Fair. I
for
should
my
have
sixth
known the
spot.
second we were going to put a list together of yo-yos, that was going to be on the list for you.
And I had to be talked into making that yo-yo, but I love
That's
that
crazy. That's crazy.
yo-yo.
So I've got Life, AL7 Goose, SS Goose. I said Plasma Berries Council. I've got one more, and
You got
I think,
loadout.
yeah. What did I not say loadout?
You said loadout. That was your fifth.
Okay. Um, I feel like I don't want to. It sucks because I'm going to leave something out. T52 deserves to be in it. Wraith deserves to be in it. Slink. I mean, I throw a lot of Encore could be in it.
All right, I'm gonna make a pick here. What I think it's gonna be.
All right.
Do you have it picked?
I already have it picked.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Valhalla because it was your first G2.
No, that's not it. I'm
Oh,
going
sorry, Fox.
AL6 Oil Slick Mongoose.
Oh, that was the obvious choice. Duh, Jake. I'm gonna save the best for last. I should have known.
Yes.
He's
So,
acting like he didn't know. He's over there looking. He already knew for.
well, my wife rearranged my case because Dab said it got on his nerves
Yeah, it
color
does.
wise. So my wife rearranged the case and then she started going through my yo-yos and she's like, all your yo-yos are blue. It's like an odd number that's not blue that I'd have.
You want me to stop
So
sending you blue?
no,
Okay.
that's not what I said at all. I'm just joking. But yeah, so she rearranged them. So I had to, once I saw it up there, I was like, oh, there's my, but it also, I left out rain corn goose. There's so many nice geese out in the world. Go throw a goose today.
What do you think about that segment? That was pretty good. I mean, it's
That
not a
was
segment we can do
great.
every week, but I
No,
enjoyed that.
no, that was awesome, bro. That was awesome.
And I do think if I'm only taking one yo-yo, it might be the loadout. Like if I can only take one. Um,
Yeah. I didn't want to overdo it on the organics because I knew the life was going to be in there.
mhm.
The council fills so many holes for me.
All
Like
right,
it's,
who's FOV6 are you taking between me and Matt? I need to make a photo of this for people to vote on.
I feel like yours is going to win by a long shot.
Yeah,
Just to be honest, you have a more versatile reach.
I think I just made the better decisions.
Shit. Or shoot, that's not it. I should have used my mute button there.
Or your air horn.
Poop. Did that work?
I forget how I found it.
Oh no, I have this board here that's supposed to do it, but I don't know how to make it work. So
All
I
right.
learned how to do the basics on it, and I just said, "This is good."
Life in the world of Yo. There's a ECM's coming up this week, and I really wish I talked to Mike yesterday. I'm like, is there a way to see who's registered and there's not? Because that would be highly enjoyable, and it might be something you can only do for kind of like nationals for people that are already seated. Um, but to go through and hear Mike talk about who he thinks is going to win and like then to educate people online about who these top competitors are.
Yeah,
In reality, the only players you see are who most likely TikTok, Instagram algorithm feeds you.
right.
You might think whatever Angelo is the best yo-yo or in the competitive scene, where the competitive players are probably most of the time competitive players. It's hard to be a competitive player and also be a creator, I would call it, right?
Yeah, because
You got to
they're
be pretty
cranking
good at
hours
being a
out.
creator, but to be a top competitor and a top creator that you're showing in people's algorithms, it's just really hard. But yeah, to go through and just talk about the who he expects to win, or or even just unique play styles of players that are competing would have been really fun. And I think leading up to contests would really open up the hype. Just the way sports talk is, right? You talk about, well, I guess a matchup that's coming up in any sport, or I more am thinking about golf, like who's playing hot this week coming into this week. But to be able to showcase that would have been really cool.
Fair.
Maybe there's a way to see it for the regional contest. We'll be able to know registration lists if those are posted, but ECM there was nothing.
You know, Chris Toledo and Justin Dower is going to fly out to win it. No big deal.
Chris Toledo no longer Duncan. Was that recent?
No, bro, that was forever ago. That was forever
I
ago.
remember when I talked to Chris and his like kind of like, hey, I think I want to like to like kind of look around a little bit and find something else than G2. I was like, don't go to Duncan. I'm like, they're not going to produce a good enough yo-yo for you. Um,
Did they ever put a yo-yo out for Toledo? I don't
I don't
remember.
know how long he was on Duncan. than the jump. But that was years ago when Duncan was
Right.
not
Duncan
kind of
was
back to
different.
making decent yo-yos, right?
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, dude, what they're doing now is redonk. It's good stuff. Well, I think.
I don't know. I played
I
an
don't know
Evolve. It's
either.
not for me,
Hey,
but
nothing but good stuff about the Evolve though. Right?
yeah, I'm not a super competitive player. But I got one. I'm setting
Me
up for a
neither.
flight of wider yo-yos.
But bro, I've seen what Dower does with it, and I'm like, you
But
know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
Justin's gonna do what Justin does with any yo-yo.
I know, but sometimes Justin picks the blue one, and I like that. I
I got the
respect
blue one for the flight.
I respect the hell out of that.
Hmm.
I respect the hell anytime they put blue on a yo-yo. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? Just anybody. I'm
Anything blue.
across I'm across the board. Is it blue? That's nice.
All right.
All
Um,
right.
did you want to go into one of those John's questions? I think suggested that, or
Yeah,
we have a little forum set up on the Discord now that I'll be posting these episodes in, so they're easier to find and see all of them and see your comments.
shoot, I think honestly your segment was so good we should hold that idea for an episode.
But that's it. That's an idea that we can touch on whenever we want. There's 100 models, man.
Well, that's true.
You
Where
think
do
we'll
you
make
want
it to
to?
100 episodes?
I don't know. I hope so, brother. I hope I'm alive and I want to hang out with my buddy and talk about yo-yos. Life is good.
I'm thinking golf season starting up. I don't got time for this.
Well, that's fair, brother. That's fair. We'll wake up at 7 in the morning and do it.
I know. I should be on the golf course already, though.
Well, hey, go golfing. We'll save that for another time. This has been a good episode. Thanks to you, brother.
Well, I think we should hit one.
All right. Well, which one are we hitting?
I think you just pick a name. We'll talk about
Okay. I mean, I don't want to. Which way do I mean? Let's not start with. Well, the first one that comes to my mind is Arbiter, but there's so many Arbiters.
And I think we would probably just, you want the original or you want the AL7
Let's
or
go
the
to
X?
yeah. Let's go to that.
Okay. When this is what I was talking about earlier, I had to be talked into making this yo-yo. The Arbiter was an inner ring bimetal competition-esque. But this was 10 years ago, right? Holy cow.
Well, it
No.
was different.
This was probably like 2018-ish, the original. Arbiter X, I guess maybe 22, 21. So 3, 4, 5 years ago. Um,
Wow, I didn't realize that you had been producing them that long.
but yeah, for a long time we had the Banshee SS outer ring bimetal, and then the Arbiter was our inner ring bimetal. They definitely played a little bit different, and you do get the different feeling between the two styles of where you put the bimetal. Um, but after the Arbiter's lifespan, um, people had suggested a catch zone or an outer ring version. Um,
Right.
so with that, with the original Arbiter X, pushed the ring to the outside and took the weight down. Um, it's like as you put more weight on the rim, you can bring the weight down, affecting how you want the yo-yo to play. If I would have kept the weight the same and put more weight to the rim, it plays like a much heavier yo-yo. And as you get more weight on the rim, you kind of get that wraith feeling because once the rims are spinning, the further out from the axle, the more momentum it has.
Yeah.
And I'm not using the proper terms. This is just how it functions in my head when I'm designing a yo-yo. Um, and I go back to you probably had this in high school, maybe the bicycle, the wheel, whenever they were teaching some sort of physics, you have a little I don't really know how to do it. A small tire is easier to turn when it's spinning. A large tire is harder to turn when it's spinning, just where the momentum is based on the circle.
Right.
So that plays into yo-yos as well.
Interesting.
So more momentum and more stable most of the time, the further out from the axle you are. Um, and that also makes the yo-yo play differently for the same weight. So what I find is I like to go lighter as I push more weight out to the rim. And that was kind of the aspect. Arbiter X original um, was closer to the Wraith feeling than the AL7 version. The AL7 version is much lighter. I shaved a lot of weight out um, because I like more agile yo-yos, easier to move. So when I made the adjustments to the AL7 version, um, kind of put it down into my wheelhouse, so it's a little easier to adjust, jump around, change directions, where the original Arbiter X continues that momentum a good bit more than versus the AL7 version. But yeah,
You
that was just people asking for an outer rimmed Arbiter is why we made the Arbiter X. And then it evolved kind of like second iteration into like one of my top six, right? My six pack,
right.
call
I love the Arbiter. I mean,
it.
to think that you made it almost 10, almost 10 years ago. I realize we got a few years, but almost 10 years ago to for it to be a
Yeah, I don't know
competitive.
when the original Arbiter was made,
Mm,
honestly. I think like 18, 19. 18 sounds right.
well, it's a fantastic yo-yo. We're thankful. And those are going to be fun, especially the more I can think about, I mean, I really, I feel like we just need to go back over the Arbiter at some point because I know there's so many different versions um,
I
that
mean,
all have to
circling
play
all the way
different.
back to Chris, the original Arbiter was kind of a way to find something for him and Jackson to compete with.
Got you.
And it wasn't quite released. They had prototypes, I think, when Chris was
When
moving.
Chris started looking,
Yeah.
that's
I think
fair.
Jackson
That's fair,
stopped
brother.
yo-yoing, and Jackson and Chris were kind of a duo. It's hard to be like the only competitive player on a team. You want to be with your friends. Really, what it comes down to
For
is
sure.
if
For
if you're
sure.
not going to have a signature where you're making royalties, you want to be on a team with your friends. So,
Absolutely. Well, bro, I'll tell you at Worlds, I mean, and I don't know Chris very well other than our conversations online and when we met at Worlds, but Chris was up all night at Worlds. I'm not an all night guy. Me and Chris ain't gonna be able to hang out all night. By 8 o'clock,
we're grown
my
men, dude.
eyes start. Yeah, by 8 o'clock, my eyes start to shut
Th-
by themselves,
Think about those days though when you were 18. It was hey, the nights getting started 9 o'clock. Well, for me,
bro.
we're getting on Halo 9 o'clock. We're playing till 3 a.m.
Worlds '09, I went to bed at like 11 every night. That was my first Worlds. That's as late as I've ever stayed up.
That's still pretty early
I don't.
for
I
a
don't
young
go.
buck.
Yeah, young buck needs his rest so he can get up at 6 in the morning, have coffee, and live the day. So yeah, I've never been like that. But I mean, I saw him one day and I go, bro, have you slept? I mean, you could just tell homie hadn't slept. No, dude, I've been up all night. Him and Justin had been down in the lobby all night just grinding. Okay.
That's what
I
you're
don't
gonna
know how,
remember. That's good stuff.
huh?
That's the good stuff. That's what you're gonna remember.
That is the good stuff. That is the good stuff. So yo-yoing is really beautiful, man. And the friendships it makes is wonderful. And community's good, bro. The team didn't work out for Chris. He was a young buck. He needed to go find what he thought he needed to find. And I'm
I mean,
proud of
in
him.
all reality, that worked good for me because I don't personally love managing a team.
Yeah. Well, I know. I know you don't. That's fair.
It's just an extra task.
I
Uh,
know it is. I
I
know.
remember, I mean, I don't want to turn this into the Chris show, but calling his parents to try and get him to be allowed to come to a contest with me.
Bro, he was young though, right?
Yeah, I think he was like 15,
So I mean, you were just
16.
doing the respectful
Me
thing.
and
I
Big
would have.
Mike, Big Mike flew to my house, my for Ohio State's. And then like I this was I don't think I had flown anywhere. And I'm like, "What time you got to be at the airport?" And he's like, "Oh, half an hour before." I'm like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a small we have a small airport."
Oh,
And I'm like, "Okay." So I get him there to go home half an hour before his flight. I'm on my drive back home. He calls me, "Hey, I missed my flight."
of course.
I'm like, wait, what do you mean?" He's like, "Oh, they locked the gate early. Um, even like because he had called me before. I think even the flight was scheduled to depart." And I'm like, "All right, I'm coming to get you." Papa Marshall was not so happy about that one.
I bet he wasn't. I bet I bet he wasn't.
So
No, you
that
need to
that
be
adds to the I
before.
don't want to manage a team.
Yeah, you need to be at the airport way before that. Lord have mercy. I would need a Xanax to relax. Like the 3 hours from a flight, I need to be in the airport.
Yeah, that's especially with kids. But like if
Yeah.
I'm flying solo, I mean, I could, yeah, 45 minutes is the most I'm pushing it to this small airport.
Mm,
I mean, it's small. There's maybe like six gates.
that's fair. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. But still, the airport makes everything difficult, hard. It's not fun.
Yeah, the airport sucks.
Yeah, and that's why they want you. They pretty much give flights away to Vegas. You know, they want you to go to Vegas.
You
Please go to Vegas.
think
Two
those are
hundred.
subsidized by the casinos?
They have to be, man. Please go to
Or
Vegas.
is it because so many flights are scheduled to go there, they just
I
need
don't
the
know, brother.
plane filled?
I don't know, brother.
Flight
But
economics, that's not our specialty.
no, yeah, I'm not. I'm not big pharma or big plane industry. You know what I mean,
One of those is making cash. The other one seems to struggle to make a profit.
bro? And they're going down this year. Never mind. My wife said I shouldn't have said that the other day, but my wife said she don't want me flying this year.
I haven't actually looked at the stats to see accidents per flight to see if it's up or we just saw them. You know what I mean? It was just advertised.
That's actually fair. That's fair.
But
Because we don't know what we don't see.
yeah,
G2
exactly.
Jacolicious.
Hmm.
What's in our waters? Is it Nessie? See what I did there?
I don't have any idea what you did there, but uh
Hey, bro. We're 12 days into March. How you doing?
for what?
How was Jake doing?
How's Jake doing? Oh, we got some sunshine, so it helps.
Yeah. You're smiling today. That's
Change
good.
the clocks. I mean, I'm smiling a little bit. My kid's about put me over the edge this morning, but
Yeah, so really okay, so it's like 10 your time, really, right now, since the time got pushed back.
mm-mm.
Yeah.
8:40.
8:40. That's what it would have been though. So it would have been 9:40.
No.
Y'all didn't get pushed back.
Spring forward.
Oh, so we lost tonight. Oh, okay, I see. Well, okay. See, thank you, Jake. You just taught me that. I appreciate it,
So it
brother.
would have been 7:40 if we hadn't changed.
Well, I don't know why I don't know. I feel like well, I gotta go, I gotta go work. Yeah, that's life. That's life, bro. That's life.
I gotta get to work too. We got Wraiths, Druids. What else? I gotta get that Arbiter X ready for the
Yeah, people are waiting on their Druid
AL7.
invoices, and I need you to go test them.
Yeah, so just like the way things work, I think there's like 15 Weapon X, 16 berries and creams, so that didn't work out as well as hoped. But
Oh, you've already tested them.
I tested them this morning.
You freaking goober. You didn't want to do it on camera?
Mm-mm. Not necessarily didn't want to do it on camera, but just wanted to get them done and invoice this morning.
That's fair. So
Maybe I'll set
invoices
up the
are
shop
out.
cam for shipping orders. That's not as fun though.
Oh, I mean, speak for yourself. Man,
I don't
man,
like there's two aspects there for the live cam. It's nice if I don't quite have to entertain, and it's nice that it keeps me on task and I get things done a little quicker. But also, do you really want, so you probably, let's just say I have six people in there that I
yeah,
know they're talking, but then there's also six people I don't know who it is that's watching. Like, what are they waiting for? You know what I mean?
they're just watching you throw yo-yos, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't
They're
worry
waiting for a
about it.
little slip up. What's G2 Jake gonna do? I
Oh,
want to
well,
roast him on Reddit.
is he going to show his greed? Will he show his greed today?
I can't
Not
believe
today.
it. He's making us buy yo-yos.
Yeah. Anyway, anyway, bro, I gotta go get ready for work.
Yeah, you do.
Goose
Work
on
on
three,
three.
homie.
What'd you say? Work on three?
Yeah, oh yeah, work on three. One, two, three.
Work.
Work. Love y'all.
All right, see you, man. Send me
Love you,
your
buddy.
picture of your top six. Thanks.
All right, love you. Bye.